Hi everyone, welcome to the series of AZ-700 Master Class. Uh, Here we are covering the course design for AZ-700 and we'll be covering all the topics in the AZ-700 which is exam related, which is real life scenarios and which will be helpful for you to configure your Azure resources and set up a routing for them. This course is designed for network engineers who is transitioning to Azure, specifically who already working in a networking field or a legacy network like routing, switching, and security side. This is also helpful for the cloud engineers and system engineers who have already started building their resources and they need help with their networking side. So this is going to be helpful for them as well. There are IT professionals who are already studying and they would like to excel their career in Azure or a cloud networking. It would be helpful for them as well. Uh, so prerequisite knowledge for as starting with the AZ-700 course. So it's advanced networking from Azure side. So you should be aware with the few of the topics beforehand you are starting this course, so it would be helpful for you to easily understand what we are trying to say and what I'm trying to cover. So you should be having basic IP addressing understanding, which is the private subnet, which is a public subnet, what subnets are going to be used, or a CIDR range. I can say it's a subnet mask, so you should be aware of those things. Then you should be aware with routing and DNS functionalities or fundamentals, how you are going to use your DNS servers, how you are going to routing your network. So this is something a basic understanding. So people who is coming from a networking background or something, they will not face an issue with it. But yeah, of course, whoever is the student and not working actively on the IT infrastructure side, they might have some difficulties to understand those things. But you can brush up your concepts and you can go over the YouTube and you can just try to Google it and you can find the good resources for learning those stuff. So I would recommend you will go to those topics and you'll learn by yourself, or if you have any questions, please comment. I do not hesitate to answer those questions. So you should be having a basic understanding of firewalls and load balancing concepts. So in firewalls, you should be understand stateful or stateless firewalls, or how firewalls are working. Basically, the next generation firewall would be pretty much better if you are configuring your NVS on a Azure side. But if you have a basic understanding of firewalls, that would be more helpful for you. So moving on the next slide. So the basic Azure fundamental knowledge you will be getting from AZ-900 or AZ-104. So you can go over Microsoft website. You will be having resources for AZ-900. You can understand what is a subscription, what is a tenant, what is resource group, and everything. So how you can manage your cost as well. We'll be covering those as well, but on a very basic side because it's a lot to explain, right? So you can go through AZ-900 course. It's not that much harder, but you can learn by yourself. If you have any questions, you can just comment or ping. I can answer those questions on the go. Uh, so you should be having understanding of how much your virtual machines works, what are the resources required, like hard disk, CPU, and those kind of stuffs. If you are aware about it, how you would navigate through the Azure portal, how you will get how you will create the resources and everything. Those are the basic knowledge you should be having. So that would become easier for you. So in this course, we'll be covering Azure Virtual Network and routing side. So basically, we will be creating virtual networks. We will be covering why virtual networks are required, how many virtual networks you should be creating, how you should design your network. Then we'll be covering on-prem to cloud connectivity, how you can set up a routing for that, which covers hybrid connectivity, VPN gateways, express out and express route gateways. Then we'll be moving forward to see network security and traffic filtering. So when we create a cloud networking, it's mandatory to have the network security as well on a side. So we'll be covering those topics as well. We'll be going through NSGs, we'll be going through Azure Firewall, we'll be going through different kind of NVA sets we have in Azure to set up, and how we can efficiently route our traffic with the security policies. Then we'll be covering load balancing mechanisms and global traffic management from the Azure side. So this will be helpful for your outbound applications, the web applications, or any applications which is accessible from outside. And then you must be having the global traffic management and load balancing and stuff. So you will be more secure, and you can efficiently route your traffic to your multiple servers, because your one servers can be oversaturated. Then we'll be covering monitoring, troubleshooting, and exam scenarios. So in the monitoring, how you can monitor your traffic, what would be the requirement, how you can see logs, who will be accessing from where, and those kind of scenarios. Then we'll be moving forward to the troubleshooting. So which is on the go, then I'll be explaining what kind of difficulties you may face during this configuration and what should you be aware of. Then we'll be covering exam topics and exam scenarios. So after every topic, I'll be trying to cover what could be asked from this specific section in the exam. So we'll be familiar to focus on which topics. So this course is structured with a clear explanation that covers the basic fundamentals and Azure side networking. So I'll be trying to balance both of them and try to explain each and everything about it. So you should not be having any issues on understanding. Then we'll be covering real world Azure design scenarios. So while you are studying, the scenarios will be different, but when you are trying to create one of the resources and try to create a networking, that would be some different scenarios. So I'll be covering those as well during the time. Then I'll be giving you exam focused tips and common traps. So you will be getting the questions, what kind of questions will get asked. I will be getting tricked during the exam questions, so you should be aware of it. Then I'll be covering hands-off portal demonstration wherever required and wherever applicable. Let's say how you will create resources, how you will set up your routing in Azure. So those kind of scenarios I will be going to cover. So see you in the next video. Stay tuned. I hope you like my videos. Please support us. Please subscribe and like the video. Thank you so much. बोलो